Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
A man kicked in the face by a cop at Manchester Airport has broken his cover and demanded justice after an officer's nose was broken in a violent assault. Shocking footage involving a policeman armed with a taser at Manchester Airport's Terminal 2 was shared on social media yesterday, leading to a major uproar and mass protest. Greater Manchester Police said its officers had been called at 8:25 p.m. on Tuesday following reports of a fight at the airport. The force said while trying to arrest a suspect, 3 officers were attacked and punched to the ground. 1 officer suffered a broken nose and all 3 needed hospital treatment. 4 people were arrested on suspicion of affray and assault on emergency service workers. Lawyer Ahmed Yaqub last night shared a video on X in which he was joined by brothers Ahmad and Fahir, who he says were those being assaulted at the airport. He claims they were released by police earlier yesterday and forced to make their own way to hospital. He added they then planned to join the protests in Rochdale. Ahmed, who is based in Birmingham, said, "They were released not long ago from Cheadle Heath police station. They then had to make their own way to the hospital, but in reality because they've had head injuries it was the police duty to take them to the hospital. But nevertheless they made their own way and now I've documented their injuries and we are headed to Rochdale police station to make a formal complaint of assault and wounding against the police officers that have assaulted both Fahir and Ahmad and their elderly mother who was just there as a bystander." At least 100 people demonstrated outside Rochdale police station last night, with an officer having been removed from operational duties and the force referred to a watchdog. Chanting "Shame on you," protesters in Rochdale accused cops of institutional racism. Footage from the protest online appears to show. One of the protesters had told the crowd they were no longer going to settle for police brutality, according to the Manchester Evening News. The station is around 25 miles from the airport. In the shocking assault clip, at least 5 armed officers are seen surrounding a man as he lays on the floor, with one kicking his face and stamping on his head. The same officer then appears to kick out at a second man. An unseen man behind the camera is heard saying, "Wow! Move back, move back. Stop kicking people. Leave them, move back, shut up." The police officer is heard repeatedly shouting "Get down." GMP referred itself to Watchdog, the Independent Office of Police Conduct, IOPC, which said it would assess the referral and decide what further action is required. Assistant Chief Constable Wasim Chaudhry said today, "A protest held last night outside Rochdale Police Station about our response at Manchester Airport has concluded safely, without incident. We understand the immense feeling of concern and worry that people feel about our response and fully respect their right to demonstrate their views peacefully. We have already referred our actions to the Independent Office for Police Conduct and will be in further discussions with them today. We have spent the evening listening to community feedback and will continue to engage with communities and elected members to maintain strong partnership links and understand local views." Describing the video as truly shocking vision that people are rightly extremely concerned about, he earlier confirmed the male officer has been removed from operational duties and the force had made a voluntary referral of its response to the IOPC. He added, "During our response, 3 officers were assaulted. 1 female officer suffered a broken nose and the other officers were forced to the ground and suffered injuries which required hospital treatment." GMP acknowledged concerns about conduct within the video and said firearms officers had been responding to reports of an altercation between members of the public. A force spokesman said, whilst attempting to arrest one of the suspects of the earlier altercation, 3 officers were subject to a violent assault, where they were punched to the ground. A female officer suffered a broken nose and all 3 were taken to hospital for treatment. As the attending officers were firearms officers, there was a clear risk during this